Commissioner Green.
Aye.
Commissioner Bellamy. Aye. Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams, aye.
Vice Mayor Pavlin.
Mayor Pavlin, aye.
Commissioner Dick. Commissioner Russ.
Aye.
Commissioner Myers.
Commissioner Myers, aye.
Okay, the preliminary plat, 582 passes by a vote of 9-0.
Thank you for coming in tonight. Or coming on tonight, rather.
Oh, you've got one more.
Got one more? Do I have a motion? Or do we have more questions on that?
Voted. We're moving on to number 6, Rita.
Yeah, we're finished with number 5.
Okay. Item number 6, public hearing on a preliminary plat for the Goin property subdivision, 11 lots zoned R-1 current with R2 pending, 7.09 acres, Rangeley Engineering applicant.
This is the piece of property that was brought to you on the rezoning request back in August. It's situated between Turkey Creek Road and Phase 3 of the Inverness subdivision. It will be going for, the rezoning will be going for second reading next Thursday at the Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. There were no issues at first reading, and I don't anticipate any at second. Given the width of the property and the amount of property involved in this small subdivision, they're proposing a cul-de-sac into the development with a sidewalk that would be on the west side of the street, and it would connect into the sidewalk that's in Inverness. There is no vehicular connection to Spring Branch Lane. As part of this subdivision, they have requested 2 variances from the subdivision regulations that will need to be acted on separately before we take action on the plat itself. Those variances involve the width, the length of the cul-de-sac, the subdivision regulations, when cul-de-sacs are allowed. This particular cul-de-sac is 743 feet. Second variance is from the requirement of more than one way in and out of the property for vehicular connectivity.
Can I cut you for a minute? If you aren't talking, can you guys mute? If someone's moving papers around or something. Tammy, can you mute, please? Thank you. Oh, sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
So, yeah, the second variance is dealing with from the requirement for to have more than one public street vehicular access into and out of the development. So, as I mentioned earlier, we'll have to take separate action on those variances before we take action on the plat itself. So the first variance request is the length of the cul-de-sac. The staff does recommend approval of this variance due to the size of the subdivision and the width of the property and the fact that the abutting properties are already developed or undevelopable in the case of areas to the immediate east and west. So there really aren't any other options as far as not having a cul-de-sac for this kind of piece of property. So for that reason, we do recommend approval of this first variance request. If anybody has any questions, I'll try to answer those.
Commissioner Bellamy, questions?
Mr. Bellamy has no questions.
Commissioner Myers?
Commissioner Myers has no questions.
Commissioner Dick?
No question.
Commissioner Green?
No questions.
Commissioner Russ?
No questions.
Commissioner St. Clair?
No questions.
Commissioner Holliday has no questions. Commissioner Pavlin?
Sorry, no questions.
Mayor Williams?
Mayor Williams, no questions.
Do I have a motion for the variance?
So moved. St. Clair for approval of the variance. I'm going to look over the recent later.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mark will call the roll.
Yes, Chairman Holliday. Commissioner St. Clair.
Aye.
Commissioner Green.
Aye.
Commissioner Bellamy.
Aye.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams, aye.
Vice Mayor Podlin.
Vice Mayor Podlin, aye.
Commissioner Dick.
Aye.
Commissioner Russ. Commissioner Myers.
Commissioner Myers, aye.
And the variance request passes 9-0. The second variance is from from Article 3, number 18, connectivity, to allow the subdivision to not have more than one public street vehicular access into and out of the development. The staff does support this variance since the abutting properties have been developed or are undevelopable, and the subdivision is small. It only has 10 house lots. So for those reasons, we do recommend approval of this variance.
Do we have a motion?
I'm going to move to approve.
Second.
Stated.
Okay, Chairman Holliday,
Aye.
Commissioner St. Clair,
Aye.
Commissioner Green,
Aye.
Commissioner Bellamy,
Aye.
Mayor Williams,
Mayor Williams, aye.
Vice Mayor Podlin,
Vice Mayor Podlin, aye.
Commissioner Dick,
Aye.
Commissioner Russ, aye. Commissioner Myers,
Commissioner Myers, aye.
and the variance request passes by a vote of 9-0. The third action item is on the plat itself. There were 9 subject twos that staff recommends that will need to be addressed as a condition of approval of the preliminary plat. Do I have any questions on those, or do you need me to go over those?
Mark, you said 9.
Yes.
I'm only showing 8. Is there a later revision to add a 9th?
Oh, I'm sorry. I added one, the rezoning. My fault. Yeah, it was not in the email. Yes, I didn't think about it at the time before I sent the email out, but they just subject to the rezoning being finalized next Thursday, which I anticipate will be an issue.
I'll go down the roll real quick. Do we have any questions from Commissioner Bellamy?
Commissioner Bellamy, no questions.
Commissioner Meyer?
Commissioner Myers, no questions.
Commissioner Dick? No questions. Green?
No questions.
Commissioner Russ?
No questions.
Commissioner St. Clair?
No questions.
Commissioner Holliday? No questions. Commissioner Pavlin?
I have no questions.
Mayor Williams?
Mayor Williams, no questions.
You'll need to take action on the plat now, I guess.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, Chairman Holliday,
Aye.
Commissioner St. Clair,
Aye.
Commissioner Green,
Aye.
Commissioner Bellamy,
Aye.
Mayor Williams,
Mayor Williams, aye.
Vice Mayor Podlin,
Vice Mayor Podlin, aye.
Commissioner Dick, Russ, aye. Commissioner Myers,
Commissioner Myers, aye.
and the plat passes by a vote of 9-0 with the subject twos noted.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for being here tonight. Okay, we're moving on to item number 7.